Welcome to the Action Sturge. This is we got a great little game for everybody. We're playing Blades in the Dark tonight, and I'm just gonna jump right into it and let you guys introduce yourselves and your characters. We'll start with Paul.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul. I have the honor of playing Professor Hamilton Fairway, who is a kind of Victorian ghost mage in the Blades of the Dark system. He attunes to the Ghost Veil, has all kind of charms and other whatnots, and uses the arcane to try and solve problems. And it sounds like we're going to be getting a lot of that today.
Fork Puff.
Hey everybody, I'm Fork Puff, otherwise known as Maddie. I'm playing Lester Emsworth. He goes by Les, and his favorite quote is saying, "Less is more." He is the hound of the group, so he specializes in faraway shots and guns in general. And his favorite thing to do is visit the Red Lamp District and see his ladies at the brothel. Other than that, he's a pretty chill guy and fingering his way around Duskfall.
And Eddie.
Hi, my name is Eddie, and I'm playing Sloan Bernadotte III. He's your old Victorian bachelor of sorts, equipped with a silver tongue and a depth of millions, and just trying out this life and, trying to hit some sort of jackpot to save this whole mess before it, burns to the ground.
Excellent. All right, and then so let's jump into a scene. So the I think the starting scene today will feature maybe Sloan and Prof. You guys kind of might end up in the same circles at the same like aristocrat parties and stuff like that, or the same functions. I think you are going to be at one of these functions, and I think it's an exhibit, a galley of artists from all around Duskfall and beyond. There's sculptures, paintings. There's some weird art, maybe involving like actual people, and it's music. So it's a pretty interesting little galley. And then both of you are going to be at this. I think that's where you are right now. And describe how it is you notice each other.
Well, darling, I do believe this one would look lovely in the second bedroom. It is quite a exotic shape. Someone from work, darling. Please carry on. Yes, I will. I'll be right back, darling. Yes, I'll be right back.
She's like work.
Well, it might be from the university. I'm a professor after all. Even though he is clearly not.
She's like, if he goes to university, I sell drugs in the Silk District. All right.
No, hello. Good to see you again.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening. What are you doing here?
Well, it's mostly just, kind of have to sort, you just kind of have to show up to these things. Not exactly my thing, but, gotta send some representative of the family. The others were, in quotes, busy.
Oh, I see. You are, you are your presence. Okay, yes, very good. That's very clever. Maintaining a presence of these kind of things, not only is a beautiful thing, but it's also a great alibi, I find. Although I must admit, I was surprised to see you here, considering it doesn't really seem like the kind of place you would normally frequent.
Honestly, with how busy you are, I'm a bit surprised to see you too. Is that the wife over there?
Yes, that is. We came here together. The kids are playing by the other exhibits, but we came here together to try and pick out some new pieces. The wife is a bit of a collector, you see, especially with this kind of Baroque style, so it felt like the right choice.
Well, she has better taste than my family. Absolutely, that's for sure.
I think she's going to come over and introduce herself to your friend.
Yes, darling. Hello. This is my lovely wife, the love of my life, my partner, my treasure. This is Abigail.
And she and then to build off of what you had just said, Sloan, she'll say, she says, she'll look at Prof and she'll say, I have impeccable taste in all things.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Well, of course, madam. I believe we've met before, but just in case, Sloan Bernadotte III. Yeah.
And she says, oh, I know your family. And she looks at you, Prof. She says, should I be worried? Are we about to fall into debt?
Oh God, no, heavens, no. I would have told you eons ago if that was the case. Don't worry. I keep no such secrets from you. Besides, you're the one who controls all of the money, dear.
I lean into Prof and whisper like, I understand now why you love this woman.
There's a number of reasons other than this. But no, we're quite alright. We're quite alright. But
and so Sloan, out of the corner of your eye, behind Prof and his wife, you're going to see a very, I imagine a very thin, kind of a thin man dressed in like one of the waiters' uniforms. It clearly like doesn't quite fit him. Like the cuffs are like too short, or the sleeves are too short, and the pants are slightly like too short, like coming up over the ankles. He's got this like really scruffy beard and this kind of like dirty like. Kind of like dirty, kind of dirty face, and he like wide eyes and like I said, kind of bushy beard. You recognize him immediately because it's the guy who sells you drugs, and he shouldn't be here.
I go deer in headlights immediately, and I just kind of stare up for a couple of seconds.
Oh, I know her beauty is a sight to behold, but don't stare. It's rude, Sloan.
Sorry, something work-wise came up. Excuse me, and I just kind of rush off from them.
Not at all. Have a great exhibit.
I don't even shout back. I'm just like hyper focused on Brill.
And then your wife is saying, "We're buying that piece."
Oh, yes, my dear.
And we're putting it in the bedroom.
Ooh. But then we're replacing the Star Water, dear.
And she'll give you like a sly look and pull you over to look at some of the other exhibits, leaving Sloan to do.
I walk up to Brill and not grab him, but like push, like not push, but like convince him into a corner, like behind maybe one of the exhibits. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here.
He's like kind of jumpy. He's like, hey, what do you? Hey, there you are. I was looking for you.
Couldn't you have looked for me elsewhere?
And he says, I did look for you elsewhere. That's how I ended up here.
Dressed in waiter attire. What are you on about?
He looks down. He's like, you like this? I traded it a couple months ago for
Christ, it's not even your size. It's anyway. But why? How?
I can't help that I'm tall, dark, and handsome.
All true. Yes, all true. Why are you here?
Well, it appears that some of your activities have gotten me the interest of the Bluecoats.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, they've been round. And they're round. They're scaring off my business, Sloan. If I don't have business, that means you don't have business.
Fully aware. Okay, what was the plan then?
You catch him, he's sort of like, two guests walk by, and one of them is a very bodacious woman in a very sort of skimpy like gala outfit, and he's just sort of like lost your attention, like lost all attention on you, and he's just like following her down the room with his
I also
eyes.
lose my attention. Like for like 5 seconds.
These two rogues.
When she turns the corner, you guys both like snap back into it, and he's just
Yep.
he's like, well, it's cutting into my business. I'm either gonna have to tell them something, which I don't want to do, or you could pay some damages.
You're blackmailing me. You're blackmailing me of all people.
Oh, come on, Sloane. You know it's just business. A business that we both
I thought
happen to
we
be a
were
part
more in this
of.
business. Fine, I'll pay some damages. We'll scuff this over. They'll be gone within a week.
1 coin.
I'll send it over by bird.
No, I want it now. I don't trust you and your birds, not after last time.
I don't have it on me. I'm not gonna buy anything from here.
And then he starts making a lot of noise. He says, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Personal space is a thing." He's trying to like draw as many eyes as possible. He says, "Don't touch me there."
Oh, you filthy waiter! And you like shut his mouth with my fingers. Be quiet. I'll get the money, okay? Stand there. Don't draw attention to yourself. Like let him go.
He says, "Well, you don't have much time."
Looking wilder under him. Like how many people are staring at this point?
Well,
Everyone.
you've attracted 2 people, but they you get the impression they kind of maybe think you're one of the exhibits.
I mean, I am handsome.
Well, the 2 of you making the scene like a flash mob kind of thing.
Do I see Prof anywhere?
Yeah, you probably see him like down the hall a little bit. But I'm going to I'm gonna zoom out of that, and I'm gonna zoom into what Les is doing.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Did you ever get that information? Did you ever get that information from Valeris?
Did I get it from her? I don't think
Celine's reply.
I don't think I got the reply. Let me double check. I don't think I did, though.
I don't think you did either.
Yeah, I don't think I got it back. Oh, and I'm going alone? Oh. Alright, let's do this.
The crippled bear.
The crippled bear.
So it's the usual crowd on the crippled bear. There's a fight going on over in the corner. Some people are making bets. There's the sweet smell of sweat and booze and maybe like the almost like metallic smell of coin in the air, and there seems to be a big occasion tonight. People seem to be celebrating.
Yeah, what I imagine I'm doing, I probably have like a cigarette in my mouth. I'm probably shooting some pool all by myself though. Because edge.
And so if you're there over there shooting pool, now how good at pool are you?
I'm so good, dude. This is my go-to place.
And so you're just making like crazy shots because you are, after all, the hound, and you're leaning down to make another shot, and you feel some pressure, some weight on the end of your stick behind you, and what do you do? Like someone's grabbing the stick out of your hand. What do you do?
Yeah, so what I imagine is like I'm kind of like bent over and I'm like lining up my shot, and like you know how they do that like little like that like forward then back, forward and back thing. And
Yeah.
I go back. Paul,
I'm sorry, I'm a child. Carry on.
you are a child. Prof, you were at the exhibits. Plug your old deaf ears. Turn off your hearing aids.
Your wife is present.
Your wife is right there. The children are
Oh,
nearby.
she enjoys it too. We all know.
And when I go to pull back, it's like I can't move it, so I'll kind of like kind of pull myself up and like look over my shoulder to
Yes.
see who it is.
Do we say what color eyes Valeris has?
I think there's a picture of her somewhere. I think they're like blue. I could be wrong.
There is a picture somewhere.
Yeah, Paul, look for the picture.
So, so you see her bright eyes. It's probably the first thing you see against the sort of muted, drowned colors of the crippled bear's like aesthetic. Plus, there's like probably like a smoke that hangs in the air. So you see her eyes kind of silhouetted out by the dim light and the aesthetic, and then you see her lips part into a smile that is at once polite yet hungry.
Yeah. So I annoyed put down the pool stick, and I will like rummage into like my inner jacket part and pull out the ledger and hand it to her without a word.
Well, you certainly don't disappoint, even if you are late.
Yeah, and he won't say anything. He'll just like grunt and shrug and just be like, hold out his hand.
And she will hand you a small silver tube that has obviously been opened and read.
You are just one nosy bitch, you know that?
She says, "Well, I had to appraise its value."
Yeah, I had to do the same with the ledger. Hope you didn't mind I took out a few pages.
She actually looks very cross at that, and she starts flipping through it.
Yeah, he just kind of smirks to himself and turns his back to her, knowing he was fucking with her.
So the note, do you read it now or do you read it later?
Well, considering she's already read it, it's not really too much of a problem. I mean, if there's nobody else around, like, hovering by me, then yeah, I'll go ahead and just read it.
Okay. All right. It says, I'm trying to remember what you had said. Do you remember along the lines of what you had said?
Oh, I don't know. It'd probably be back in the notes somewhere, though.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay. So she's going to write back to you, and she's basically going to explain that you were told that that a member of the Fletchersons family had killed themselves, when in fact it was Celine who had killed him. She explains that she did her duty and she protected the young girl, but in doing so, she slew her attacker, who turns out to be the member of that family, and so that's why she's been let go, but she is not, being in jail. She says that she has been offered a position with the Silver Nails, and that she is going to that she plans to take them up on that offer.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the Silver Nails were the people that were like going on. Were those the people? There was something with a strike, I think we did one session.
Yeah, they were like the Pinkertons.
Okay. So is that something I would probably support, or
They're like a mercenary outfit with like a slight supernatural kind of bent to them. They get their name from the silver nails that they wear on their fingers, which are like little silver rings to protect them from spirits. They but they are notoriously like there's no job that they won't take. There's no amount of cruelty that they won't, So it's it's a pretty rough people that she's looking to join here.
yeah, but I can't imagine it's any easier working with nobles. So I won't compose a note here, but whenever I get some private, I will write back to her.
Okay. And when you read that, but she also says that she misses you and that she would like to see you again, perhaps in a more a less crowded place. She says.
Oh, a little bit of tint to my cheeks.
Valeris, who has appraised the ledger and realized that you were fucking with her, now hits you over the shoulder with it and says, she points at you with the book. She says, "You better keep an eye on your girl there. She gets in with the wrong crowd. People change."
Oh, crazy how time can change one person. Valeris.
And then she says, "Some people change." And then she'll say, "Good doing business with you."
As always, if you need me, I'm around. He'll roll his eyes.
And she'll pretend like she's like choking down vomit and but kind of playfully, and then she will disappear into the crowd.
Yeah, and then with that, I will finish my game of pool, bitch.
So back at the gala, Sloane, you are looking for Prof.
Yes.
Yep, he's still with his wife. They're admiring. What are you looking at, Prof?
Well, I don't know about you, darling. But this one really reminds me of when I spent that time at sea, and he's kind of waffling off, and his wife's probably like done that thing where she just turns it off because he started to waffle about the sea again. They're probably looking at some kind of
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Dogs are barking. I gotta check.
Go.
I don't know what the fuck. Well, first of all, Paul, like the first sentence you said, it was like it was like complete robot.
Oh.
The Pennsylvania Dutch are after us now.
Fuck! Oh, they could get to you. Yeah, you're closer. It was me. It was all me.
It was Paul all along.
They've got dogs and a kid. I've just got ice cream. Come at me, you fucks.
They got a baby, for crying out loud.
Don't subject it to the cruelty of eating your food, you fucking bastard.
That's
Also-
honestly, Maddie. If you ever serve Van that fucking disgusting shit,
No.
I'm calling CPS.
Yeah, you have every right to. Don't let me become that mother.
I trust you. I think you'll be able
Yes.
to make the right choice.
Thank you. Also, Terry just said he just got home just now, so.
Right,
I
he's
don't know
not
where
going to
he
join
was.
the call and chill for a bit.
Oh yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably resting. Like I said,
Hope
he's
so.
got some busted up vertebrae and herniated discs and fractures, and he says he's bruised and cut to all hell. I'm interested to hear what he said happened.
Terry can't catch a fucking break.
No.
Really can't.
He
Like,
said
what happened to the crack den as well? Now this?
he said that the from what he remembers seeing of the car, he's lucky he made it out alive, which is terrifying to hear. Yeah, that's
is
right, Paul.
awful.
Have a fucking Tourette's tick there for a second.
I'm trying not to yawn because I'm absolutely exhausted, so I just hit the desk as hard as I could to wake myself up.
It's the same here. Like, I'm like half falling asleep in the chair. I'm not gonna lie.
was a long week.
All right. So Prof is looking
Oh,
at
it's a-
something.
It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of kind of like artwork that almost looks like a whale. I think it's actually supposed to be like a house, but it kind of looks like a whale. And Prof's going on and on and on about these whales that he saw when he was on the Coglik, and his wife's like, she's heard it a million times, but Prof's forgotten. That's kind of the conversation that Sloan will walk into.
Love it.
I'll approach him like slowly from behind and kind of just like tap his shoulders twice.
Oh.
Hi.
The wife is
Look at
unfazed.
Announce yourself, man! You could give this guy a heart attack!
I didn't mean to sneak up on you. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. My senses have been somewhat dulled when I'm in memory lane. Yes, hello.
Could we have a moment?
Yes, of course. Why not? Do you mind, my dear, my precious, my pearl? I will be right back.
I gag visibly.
she says, of course, darling, of course. And very easily kind of just like starts checking out some paintings over in another part of the room.
Some actually good paintings rather than the crap Prof was looking at, because he's got no idea what he's looking at.
So, problem? That man over there, and I gesture off to Brill.
The waiter who clearly has not gone to proper schooling, yes.
He doesn't know what a school is, if I'm being honest. So, bit of an issue. He's a local drug dealer that I'm known for quite a bit. And the blue coats have been talking because they want to, get info on us. So having a bit of an issue. So either he sings or his pockets are lined.
He needs a bit of gravitas, a bit of patronage. Oh, so he's
Correct.
an artist. I see.
In a way,
I see. Yes. Okay.
In a way, he's definitely a muse of sorts. For
Oh,
others, yes.
He's saying this loudly to try and be heard. So the waiter is he's an artist. He's a muse. Very good. So he needs patrons for his establishing works. Oh, that is a beautiful thing. I do believe we would certainly be interested. We are a family that encourages new art and new generations to take to the fold, no matter where they come from. Clearly, he comes from somewhere else.
He comes from the dirt, but he's an up and coming artist, very passionate about his work.
Well, do introduce us. Yes, even the most beautiful of roses spawns from the dirt, after all. And he'll walk over with you.
Yeah, so he's holding so Brill is now holding like a platter of food, but he's just eating the food right off of it.
I'm imagining it's like finger food on like toothpicks, and it's like takes 5 of them at a time.
He got some on his fingers because he wasn't using the toothpick for all of them.
Yeah, he's just eating with his fingers, like crumbs are just spewing over the tray. Like he's
like picking at his teeth with the toothpick. Like,
yeah.
People are walking past him like, ugh, and he's just like, what?
You staring at me? Huh?
So when you guys approach, he says he looks at Eddie, or he looks at Sloan, and and then he looks at Prof and he says, "Who's this one then?"
This one here will be your patron. Play along.
Sloan tells me that you're an up-and-coming artist who's been struggling with adversity because of your background, as someone who also came from the dirt and the rock.
Well, actually, I more consider myself a businessman of sorts. Honestly,
A businessman?
An entrepreneur.
You work with pens?
In a way, yeah.
Oh, so your
Let him
work is
have
in
it, Prof.
pen.
Let him have it.
He's a wordsmith.
Entrepreneur.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm a bit slow these days. It happens as you get older.
I got something for that.
I'm sure you do. But I have something for you, I do believe. And he will reach into his wife's purse because he doesn't have his own.
And he's just going on. He's like, I'm an artist to some people, a muse to others, a lover to some, a doctor even.
A doctor, you say? A doctor of art? Anyway, let me just shuffle through. Oh no, that's the makeup. No, that's that. No. There we go. Yes. I'm basically taking 2 stash out, getting a coin, and then giving him the coin. Is the gist of it. So he's going through trying to work it out, and that's what we're gonna do. And then I will happily give him a coin.
Yeah. This should be enough to buy me a little time to move my operation. Get out from under the blue coat's nose.
Oh, so to buy a new studio somewhere so you can better express your artistic works. Fantastic! We will have to
And supplies, don't forget supplies, you know. A lot of them.
And he's like, it's just going over his head.
Inks. Yes.
He's
all
like,
the
you guys
various
are being weird.
inks you'll need. Yes. Very good. Very good. Good luck to you, my friend from the gutter. Good luck. And he'll kind of pat him and walk away as fast as he can.
Yeah.
After making a whole show of it.
When the Prophet turns back, he's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm keeping these.
I like to think he takes a silver tray too. It's like a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then your wife is going to as he departs, your wife is going to be pulling at your arm, Prof.
I could never forget that tender touch. Hello.
Her face looks confused, bewildered, maybe a little spooked.
Oh, your purse, dear.
She takes it, but she doesn't even break eye contact. She says, you have to come see this.
At once? Yes. You found something interesting.
Something you'll find interesting.
Oh. Am I not going to like this, dear?
And the next scene will be you. And Sloan, you can come if you want. The next scene will be you in front of a large painting of a young girl sleeping in a bed with a spectral spirit standing next to her.
Do I recognize the bedroom?
Oh yes.
Same wallpaper and everything.
And also, I left a toy by her bedside, a very distinguished toy from the junkyard shop when I went with Terry. So that I would immediately recognize if that was still there.
Yes.
Wow, my dear, it seems like someone shares your interest in interior design.
And your interest in toys. And
yes,
young women.
Dear, please, you know I'm
I
fine.
hope they're not that young.
Oh my... Would you stop sneaking up on an old man?
Sorry, a bit of habit now. I think I'll continue.
Like it's a slight smirk from the missus.
That is our third bedroom on the west wing. Yes, that is our house. And I am incredibly disturbed by this notion. Does the painting look like it's moving?
No.
No, this is not active. Okay.
I will check the corner for an artist name.
Yes.
Yeah, Raffaello. In fact, this is the latest Raffaello.
Prof, we have an issue?
You can say that again. Dear, I think we should buy this painting immediately.
You should overbid.
She looks at you, Prof, and she nods. Yes. She doesn't know
You should
why,
burn it.
but she's like, we should probably snatch this up before
Yeah.
somebody realizes where this is.
People have visited our house. They've stayed in those bedrooms. We most certainly should.
The price is exorbitant. It is a Raffaello.
I whispered. I whispered loud enough for the missus to hear. We could burn it.
As much as the original artist may love that, and I do believe he would, I get the feeling we should probably not at this point in time, but we should look for other Raffaello paintings. They may give us a hint of what's going on. I wonder if there are any others at this exhibit. Does anyone have this sheet?
And let's switch back to Les again. So Les, you finished your rendezvous with Valeris. What else are you up to?
I guess I would go somewhere private to try to compose a letter to Celine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, composing a letter. Tiberius is going to be like looking over your shoulder the whole time.
Yes, he's a good birdo. Scratch his little noggin. Yeah. So I guess I would let her know, like I support her
Oh,
in
I'm sorry.
any decision.
Really quick. Where is your private place?
Probably maybe back at the lair.
Okay.
Get back to the lair. It's quiet for once, Reg isn't tinkering on something right in my ear. Prof isn't having like a meditation moment where he's just groaning and gurgling and making weird noises, and Sloan isn't trying to chat me up, drunk and sloshed, and telling me, I'll beat you in this game of poker. Trust me, I'll do it. It's just nice and quiet for once. So I'm just like taking in the quiet and with Tiberius, and composing a letter to Celine. Again, just like supporting her, letting her know, whatever you do, you can do it. Just be careful. The Silver Nails, they take any job. They don't refuse anybody. That can get dangerous. I know you know this, though. You're a smart girl. I would like to meet up with you, too. I know the Crippled Bear is kind of crowded, but if you know of another place we can meet that's a little bit more quiet, we can meet there and soon. And then, tie that to Tiberius's little foot and send that off.
Okay. And before you're able to put the finishing signature on it, you're gonna hear some noise coming from the entrance of the hideout as the Ticklers come marching in after a night on the town. They've been celebrating with everybody else in Silkshore, and they are drunk and happy. And when they come in,
Yeah, boys, we're
Quiet
taking them
for
good.
so
Yeah.
when they come in, some of them are like singing. All of them are like they're singing like some drinking song, but all the words are out of order, and the others are just chatting loudly and sort of play fight, maybe reenacting a fight that they saw earlier this evening. And as they come in, they see you, Les, at the table, and one of them will open their arms and say, "Boss!"
No.
As
Hey, it's
they-
the boss over there!
As they all start running towards you, with their arms open.
Help me! I succumb to the Ticklers.
Yeah, they're just like, "Oh, boss, I was nothing on the streets until I met you. Like, you guys gave us a purpose, some real purpose in life." And the other one's like, "Shut up, dude. Do you want to drink less?"
Less is more.
He said it! He said it!
He said the thing, didn't he? Said the thing.
As a raucous, loud laughter like just fills the chamber of your hidden underground sewer hideout, and
that might make me smirk. They'll get one chuckle out of me.
then a couple of them start finding things to balance on their heads for you to shoot off their heads, and yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll play along. Watch this. Less is more. Ah!
And so during all the raucous, and they sort of pull you away from the table. One of them's gonna say, "Hey, boss, what's this?" As he points to the small scroll lying open on the table.
It's a message that I'm getting ready to send. I just need to sign it.
Who's it for?
A friend.
And you're not even sure if the ticklers can read. But apparently one of them can read enough because he says, "Oh, not just some friend, a lady."
Hey, that's not for your eyes.
Oh,
Boss got a girlfriend.
boss got a girlfriend.
She's been a friend since young childhood. It's nothing more than that.
You know,
We
boys.
We keep tabs on each other.
And he says, "Boys, I don't think I've ever seen Les get that red."
I'm not red, and he's like cherry tomato, like
And
Well,
He's
Mustard.
redder than the mushrooms growing in my basement.
I used to have a lady check in on me, but that was my wife.
that. She's not my wife. She's strictly a friend. That's all. We meet up for lunch every now and again, coffee.
And they kind of like look at each other and they say, "Boss, do you need our help?"
We're there for you.
Help from what? You don't
All
think
the
I'm already
way.
handled enough by the prof and Sloan and Reg?
Look, the ticklers have experience in these type of matters.
Experience with
I
keeping
don't.
friendships?
We know, Pinky. And he says, "Look, we can help you swoon this lady."
There's no swooning necessary. It's not, there's no, if you were to say, I would listen, but it doesn't mean I would take that advice. Just to make you feel better.
Well, you see, boss, every lady likes three things:
3 things.
flowers,
Flower.
Flowers. Yeah, that's true. Write that down.
kind, chocolate,
Chocolate.
and kind words.
Kind words. I don't think I've ever said anything mean.
Well, but you haven't said anything nice either, have you, boss?
What would be considered nice?
And then one of them's gonna like tear the tablecloth off the table and like use it as like a makeshift like Shakespearean kind of like gesture and with a proud sash, and he gets down on one knee in front of the other and he says, "My fair lady, your eyes glow like the street lamps at night."
Absolutely no way! And he's like really red.
I've never been swooned more in my life. Take me away
Aye,
from this hellish
gentlemen.
place.
Your scent is not unlike that of a rare flower or a nice crisp apple.
Crisp apple.
I hear wedding bells.
Yeah, and the ticklers are like all about it.
They're so gossipy. I'm like annoyed but flattered at the same time.
Oh, I've got a great idea. What if, right, it's like the classic damsel in distress thing, right? We come up, we're all bruised, we've had a night on the town.
No.
And then Les can rescue her from us. And we're like, oh, God, we can't stand against the boss, he's too strong.
No, absolutely not. Jedediah Bloodshot.
As long as he doesn't hurt us real bad.
No, that's not happening. She will beat the hell out of you before I could even get to you.
Could we take away the boss's gun first? I don't want him shooting us or nothing.
Yeah, there's no taking my gun. You get your grubby mitts off of my gun.
He's right. You need to wash your hands there.
Well, I'm gonna say, and then they're gonna move on immediately. They're gonna be a purse of silver to whoever can get Les's gun.
I will shoot you.
With love, eh, boss?
No, no love. This is too far. No gun. I snatch up my scroll and just go scuttle off to like a near corner and try to finish it and add something like nice like you remind me of a pretty flower at the end. P.S. You remind me of a pretty flower. Like taking the advice but not wording it exactly correctly.
And the ticklers will continue their carousing, and give you your space, and then we'll move back over to Sloane and Prof.
I wonder if there are any other fellows around. Maybe we can find some more paintings that we recognize.
One of the another one of the patrons here is going to overhear what you said, at least that part, as she's sort of walking by, and you probably recognize her as like one of the other nobles. She's definitely not like anybody of note, but she's respectable. But she's gonna lean in and she's gonna say, she points to the picture and she says, "Oh, are you thinking about buying that?"
Well, it's very beautiful. I'm a professor at Duskwell University. We do a lot of work with the ghost veil and whatnot, and this one really speaks to me.
She says, "Oh man," she says, "that's very unfortunate because I believe it's already spoken for."
Oh, God, that is such a shame. By another purveyor of the arcane arts, perhaps. I want to know it's going to a good home, something so beautiful.
She says, "A very good home indeed."
Dear, we're in trouble.
She says, "Lady Avarathe."
I believe we've met. Yes, I do believe we have met.
She gives you kind of like a "wasn't that good for you" look, and then kind of moseys on. But she will tell you also. She says, "Well, maybe you can get your hands on one of the other ones. It is part of a series."
Oh my. Well, that would be absolutely delightful. Yes, I don't suppose you would mind taking me in their general direction, and maybe we can talk more about why you're here. Like, what's your favorite one?
And and she'll make polite small talk with you. I feel like she's kind of socially restrained to oblige. You can get the impression that like she has something. She was probably on her way to do something and is now just like, why did I get involved?
Perfect.
just under the surface of the polite society.
That's what I'm after.
I slide up the Prof's wife like, real ladies man, isn't he?
And she rolls her eyes. She says, "He wishes."
He'll probably look back at Sloane, point to the painting, and just make a face like...
All right, and you'll be led away. Let's see. So this scene is actually turning into a bigger scene than I thought. I want to get less involved somehow, but I'm not quite sure how to do it.
Can Tiberius come to us to give us a message about maybe like asking for advice about how to write the letter, and then we can send a message back?
It would be funny if Tiberius delivered the message to the wrong person. Maybe.
That would be funny. Maybe Celine's actually at the exhibit.
No,
Working as
dude.
like a temp or something.
Tiberius accidentally delivers it to fucking Valeris because that's what he was used to doing in the past.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh,
And of course Valeris is there.
yeah, she's everywhere.
Although that would be a quick scene change for her, wouldn't it?
I mean, we
it's
could
whatever. It's
intercept
fiction.
areas.
That's true.
It's fiction.
That is what she does. So, so yeah, and as soon as Prof goes off with this, his prisoner of politeness, Sloane, and he gives you a face. Sloane, you'll turn, and someone else is standing there next to the painting, admiring it.
Do I see who?
Yeah, you recognize her. She's the lady that paid you for one of your previous jobs.
Oh no, she's hot. She's got like I imagine like a really revealing like evening dress as well. It's like low cut.
Yeah, she's got like the Ada Wong vibe going on.
The slit in the dress and like
Yeah.
the long gloves.
Yeah, I immediately slide in left hand, almost like, hovering on the painting. Like,
Oh god.
And her bright eyes will glance over you, and she's either she doesn't remember you or she's really good at pretending not to remember you, and she says, "What a lovely painting, don't you think?"
absolutely stunning, just like you. How have you been, darling?
And then she looks at you as if she just noticed that you were actually there, and she says, "Oh." She says, "Doing wonderful. I just had a run-in with your friend this evening."
My friend? And I looked at Prof.
He's gone.
He's talking the ear off some poor lady.
She's showing you where the next in the series might be, or where the other painting will be.
This one reminds me of my time when we were on the surfing outside of Amaretta, and it was I'll tell you all about it.
She grabs another glass of champagne off of the off of one of the waiters' trays, and proceeds to down it. Sloane, Valeris will she'll say, "Oh, just a loose end that was tied up." She says, "Speaking of loose ends, does this painting has a familiar tone to it, doesn't it?"
I don't know about familiar, but it's definitely intriguing.
She says, "The details are so important in a painting like this. You see, most people would be focusing on the girl, rather than the room, or the trinket by the bedside, perhaps."
What the fuck?
That is true. Many people do miss the small details.
Some people.
Like, important.
She says, "Some people do." And at that point, a large bird will fly through the gala. There's like some gasps and some like whoos and some whoos and some light applause as this big bird flies in. Sloane, you'll recognize it immediately, and so will Valeris, as the bird comes and perches on her ready hand, or her ready arm, and you recognize it as Tiberius. And she, without missing a beat, she takes the silver thing from around its the silver tube from around its leg, and peeks at the scroll inside.
And here I thought it was for me.
She says, "Well, don't feel too bad. It's not for me either."
Oh? And I peek over.
And she'll quickly scroll it back up, and she says, "A man has a right to his privacy, don't you know?"
Oh, excuse me for not, respecting that wholeheartedly. And I try and snatch it out of her hand.
You can.
Yep. And I open it.
Yeah, and you can read it.
Yeah, so the gist of the message is I support you joining the Silver Nails. It's a dangerous sort of group, but it's nothing you can't handle. I know you, and I know
It's
you
not
can do
good at
this.
all. This needs a rewriting.
And then it says, yes, we can meet somewhere a bit more private. You name a place, we'll meet.
I
And
pick up
then
a pen.
and then it'll say less, and then at the bottom it says P.S. You remind me of a very pretty flower.
I'll remember this. I'm going
Valeria
to
says, Valeria says, I will too.
And I'll rewrite it so it's more fancily worded, a tiny bit, and help him out with the compliment. You remind me of the first spring flower blooming in the sunlight. The first beam of spring that clears everything terrible away.
Valeris rolls her eyes. She says, women don't want to be compared to flowers. They want to be compared to fancy gems.
Well, if you're cat gold, that's how it is, I suppose.
And she says, are you done writing or not?
Nope, I'm a slow writer. School was that great for me. Also, his signature is awful.
And she says, let me see it.
Oh no, she's gonna write like a burn book. She's gonna be like, "Don't you ever speak to me again. I hate you. I hate your guts. Go to the Silver Nails and never talk to me again." That's what she's gonna write.
No, she says, I'm feeling charitable. Let's help less. Together.
Oh God. She's gonna go find a private room in the gallery.
And someone's invited.
And help you write. Yeah. She's like, I got a pen. Or you got a pen I can use. I hate myself.
From me or what?
Long as it's not a fountain pen. They spew everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Invisible ink, baby.
Those are the ones you have to lick to get them to write, right?
Oh my God. Stop.
If you want to get good grasp, yeah, you need to lick it a bit first.
Oh
You just have to you just have to wet the tip a little bit.
Oh my God.
I do believe that is the correct scientific term.
I say to her, helping out. I'll let you help out if you'd like to share a drink with me tomorrow night.
Oh.
She says, you're buying? Fantastic.
Oh.
Fuck. But of course, always sweats.
And she'll try to help compose. She'll start writing as well. So now it's got like now there's like a message got like 3 different handwritings on it. It's got like it's
Oh, we're throwing away this paper. We're totally rewriting it.
okay.
Different styles of writing.
This is the rough draft right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you're done, you can spin it back up on the bird and send it on its way.
Yeah, so what does the new note say now?
Well, you're going to find out very shortly because Tiberius is going to bring it right back to you.
No! Oh my...
Yep.
Tiberius! No!
I do give
Poor
Tiberius like a
Tiberius.
cheese cube or something, for doing a
Oh
good
yeah,
job.
dude. Tiberius will gratefully accept that.
So now the bird's got cheese all over its beak.
Yeah, he loves little head scritches. I imagine like when he does it, he like extends his neck, gets all his feathers ruffled up, so he can like really get in there.
Well, Valeris has those nails. No wonder he's under
Yeah,
her
that's
spell.
what he loves Valeris,
yeah.
unfortunately.
And then we'll check back in with the prof.
Oh, you see, it was the size of a mountain.
She says, please, here it is. Here it is.
Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. You get lost in thought when you get older. Thank you very much. Very kind, very kind. Please do carry on with your business.
And she says, and so it's actually two together. And so the first one is it's the same girl from the painting. She's like curled up like almost in a fetal position in a black, like against a completely black canvas.
So in the vault maybe, or in her. Yeah, okay. And the other.
And the other is one of her, and she's standing outside underneath of a tree. So this is a highly fantastical piece. A tree that is bearing fruit, like real fruit, and dressed as a lady would be, a lady of high birth.
Oh. Oh, this one. Yes, this is... The transformation is quite astounding. Is there any, like, insignias on what she's wearing? Is there anything to indicate of what family she's
There may be some. Like the embroidery is styled in a way that does not look Duskfallian.
House colors, maybe, something like that.
So I don't think any that you would recognize. I think the implication here is that this is a foreign place. This is a completely foreign place. One that is green and vibrant and where the trees bear fruit. And probably the weirdest part about the painting is that the sky is blue.
Yeah, artistic license. It's a beautiful thing to imagine a world without any fog. Yeah, so what a beautiful and interesting painting. And most importantly, she looks awake, which is quite important.
Yes,
So-
and she's reaching for one of the. So she's like under the tree, and she's reaching for one of the fruits.
Do I recognize the fruit?
I'm sorry.
Would I recognize the fruit? Would I know what that was?
Trying to think.
Apples.
Yeah, we'll stick with apples. We like apples.
Apples are good.
Red or green?
Red.
Like Twilight up in this bitch.
So is there like a way of like determining, like, has her age changed? Is what I'm trying to ascertain, because clearly when this picture was taken, or when this picture was done, and between that and the picture where she's now lying in our bed, I'm trying to work out, is she aging?
No.
Like, does she look taller than she is in each photo or each painting, or is like the depth of field as such where it's hard to tell?
She's exactly the same.
It's exactly the same. That is weird. That is really weird. Well, the Hive definitely had her in some weird vault that was doing something. We knew it was something to do with keeping her fresh. We didn't really understand how. Okay. That is pretty creepy. I guess seeing this, I would start heading my way back to Sloane and the others and try and catch up.
Okay. And amongst the other patrons, you'll probably hear some murmurings of the some murmurings that there are other paintings in the series, but they've never actually been released.
Okay.
At least not to the public.
This fellow person has a certain fascination with this girl, and we need to find out why.
So then you'll go and meet with Sloane.
Yep.
All right. Who is hanging out with Valeris.
Yeah, we're giggling like teenagers.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
I think she's. Yeah, I think she's.
Now Prof's gonna help rewrite it.
Yep. Valeris, my dear, how are you? I see you know Sloane, a fellow roguish archetype in our beautiful world. How the hell are you? Well, I see.
And she is way too distracted by what she's writing on the note.
Oh, what are you two writing?
That's good. That's a good one.
She says, "It's a love letter from Les to Celine."
Ooh, let me read. Let me see.
She
I do
says
kind of, like, skittle over.
she says the original's over there. Read that
Oh.
first.
Oh, yeah. Okay, come on.
This is so humiliating. I love it.
You know,
Les's ears are burning.
He's about to sneeze.
Yeah.
It would be absolutely brilliant if the original writer was here, so we could get his original meaning, because this original letter, it clearly has other influences.
Yeah, and you can you could send Tiberius for less if you like.
I believe we should. Let us make this a group of effort. After all, yes, quite right. What do you two think?
You're buying drinks tomorrow night.
Am I? Where are we going?
I looked at Valeris.
She says it was your invitation. It'll have to be somewhere he's not been kicked out of yet.
Oh, I don't know then. That's very hard.
To the stag?
The stag?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yes, why not? I've heard they have absolutely beautiful pie. I would love to try it.
And she downs another glass of champagne in one swig, and she says, "What the hell?"
Maybe we
That'd
can
be
convince. Ooh, maybe we can like kind of sneak into the letter for Celine and Les to meet there too, like tomorrow, and then we can sneak and we can watch them as they like have their dates. That would be good fun.
Off, you are a beautiful, beautiful man, aren't you?
You're a devious little bastard.
It comes with age, experience. I have to add that as an
At the
addendum.
Silver Stag Casino tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
No, we need to do it in the final addendum when he's here. So just.
Oh, right. Scratch this one.
And will you send for less?
Oh, I do believe we should.
So the next scene is just Les. Les has appeared. He's got his probably the clothes that you gave him for like nice clothes.
The ones that are like 40 years old with like a ruffle neck.
Yes. My hair is slicked back and the hat is not on.
Ooh. Okay, well. Oh my god, you look so handsome. My god.
Look like an idiot.
No, you look like I did when I first met my beautiful Pearl. You look astonishing. Be
Like an idiot.
brave.
Okay. Anyway, what are we doing here?
Valeria says, "You dress about as well as you write."
Oh, Jesus. What are you talking about?
Well, we found this thanks to a little friend, and I have another cheese cube for him.
I go bright red and I snag it from your hands. That is not for you. How did you get this? Did you intercept it again? And I'll look at Valeris.
She says, "What can I say? The bird likes me.
Poor
And
fellow.
what's not to like?"
A whole lot of things.
Also, that's not the original. That's like the 4th draft.
Sorry, Les, that I'm not as pretty as a flower.
he like steam is coming from his head. He's so red. I'm not saying
Me and Brock like,
you are pretty as something else entirely. Not a flower. It was the ticklers. They said we should be kind, and I was being kind as a friend should be kind, and
Wait, you took the Ticker's advice and not mine? I'm offended.
Well, no, he didn't have our advice. We weren't there, but it did seem that this was influenced by somebody else. It's not your less than is more strategy.
No, listen, it's not. He hangs his head. As a good friend, I was supporting her and boosting her ego.
I agree.
Nothing more.
No, nothing more. Okay, that's a great place to start, but we can make it more. Okay, so how should we write this? You're here now. This is perfect. The entire gang is here. We can combine our efforts and write this together.
I'm
Right,
not.
so we have the third draft is a bit risque, and we have the fourth draft is more just romantic.
There's no.
Valeris is going to kind of look distracted across the room. She says, "Oh, I'm afraid I must go. Business as usual." And she says, "That drink tomorrow, right, boys?"
Yes.
Absolutely.
Quite right. I can't wait.
And then she'll flash you a quick smile, and she will make her way across the room, and you can see that she's making her way towards a very regal looking lady, which you've actually met just recently, Prof. Lady Avarathi.
Yep, thought so. And so Prof will start writing it down, and he'll write down, Labia Avarathi has bought a picture which shows one of our rooms and the girl with the ghost. He's basically telling what's happened to the rest of the group. He's writing it down and showing it to them like it's still part of the bit.
Okay.
And that this fellow person seems to have a eerily kind of arcane supernatural connection, kind of ghost vision thing going on. I don't get, but we do need to get to the bottom of this. This is quite disturbing, because if someone recognizes that room, they're going to recognize my house.
That's great. What is this about drinks?
Oh, we're having so much fun. I invited her out for drinks. Turns out, afterthought, I don't have money. So now Prof is invited.
And so, Les is kind of miffed. He looks annoyed. Because it's weird, he's still, he and Valeris were a thing, so he's still trying to get over her. He still kind of likes her. He likes their banter, but Celine is so much a better obvious choice for him, so this is annoying to him. So he's just he looks like, he knots his eyebrows together, and he's like, "You're inviting Prof on your date with Valeris."
Plus, this is kind of her MO. I imagine she kind of swoops in and tries to outshine you sometimes. I think your friend
just tries to make me jealous. Tries to get me back so she can hurt me again. Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I did do a job for her before. It's nothing weird or anything.
I just did a job for her. What?
Two timing, are we?
There's no
double dipping.
There's no double dipping. There's no double anything. There's no dipping anything. Nothing.
Less is more. I understand. It's fine.
Less is always more, but not in this case.
Oh, so you are double dipping then?
There's no double dipping. Sloan, don't you have some poker to be losing?
If you two want dip, I do believe there was a trade that passed a bit earlier. I'm still trying to write this version.
He's a smack. Oh.
He needs more paper.
Yeah,
Is that the really spicy version or the really romantic version?
Well, now Prof's wife is helping out.
No, I would definitely, I would grab her. Yes, no, I would grab her immediately. This needs a woman's touch. Okay.
Dear! I think she's gonna look at some of the stuff you wrote, and she's gonna slap your shoulder, and she's gonna say, "You said some of this to me."
Oh.
And it worked beautifully, because your smile gets even more gorgeous every day.
She says, "How many other women have you said these things to?"
Other than the person in this letter, just you.
And she satisfied, but
For now. He's quelled.
And
also, dear, we're gonna have trouble buying that painting. It already has an offer down on it.
And you see her face get kind of serious. Like when you challenge her to like a small game.
Oh no. It's this competition.
And she says, "And who may be the other bidder?"
My dear, it is one of your fond friends from your sewing club. It is Mrs. Aberafi.
And she laughs and she says, "Oh please, everyone knows that's a dying fortune." She says, "Let me go see. Let me go see what I can do."
This is why I love you. You're so strong.
That is one scary woman. Oh, I look pale.
And isn't it the most beautiful thing?
I wouldn't say beautiful, but damn right.
Now back to this letter.
No. Give me all the rough drafts. Give me all of it.
Just
No,
reams of paper.
Yeah. You might have trouble carrying them. There's a fireplace over there if you want to dispatch with some of the original memos. But let me just get it. Yes, there. My beauty. No, that doesn't quite work. No, not that one. Okay, next.
Yeah, no, it's. Her name is Celine.
Oh, it's. I thought is that spelled with an E-N or is that an E-N-I?
Celene. Celine.
Oh, I thought it was S. Might be.
No.
Yes,
Gotta fix the drafts.
I've also been miswriting. Let us go back to square one.
Tiberius, there are 3 extra cheese cubes in you if you get the rest of these drafts from them.
Squaw!
Guys, just while we're talking about this, that whole Raffaello situation is rather serious, so we should probably deal with that after.
Yes, I don't know if I did tell you after our last little job that Raffaello is, according to the cult, able to see the future, and he paints whatever he sees.
Well, he seems to be almost exclusively painting the girl who's living in our bedroom. So
That's
that is
present.
a rather disturbing thought.
But that's present. If this is how far into the future is he seeing, per se?
I
No
think
one knows.
that might be an older painting that's come to light, maybe, and whatever he's doing next, or maybe he's working in it backwards and forwards. The original painting was this beautiful place where the sky was blue, a very artistic impression. But I do believe that if that is the case, we need to find his workshop.
We need to find
Yes.
him.
Yes.
Whenever he did make it for whatever reason, it is important, at least according to cult religious nonsense. There's some sort of prophecy involving him and what he paints. She's important for some reason.
You
But
are
it's
surely
important
a
enough.
divine princess of my life. I feel the moments of real paradise when I am with you. I think that sounds quite
It's
good.
not what I am sending.
I don't think it's ratchet enough, honestly.
Ratchet.
Yes, gotta have some more spice. Like grab her by storm. You're a man of action.
There needs to be. You know what needs to be said? What needs to be said is, Celine, that
Ooh.
is great to hear. I wish well for you. We can meet up again to discuss things.
You overwhelm me, and I
Wait
feel
to
drunk
hear-
with
we can
desire
meet
in your
at-
presence.
We
Yes.
can meet at my
Oh
hideout
my
alone,
God.
you and me.
No, not the hideout. They need to go somewhere classy.
Do you have something
no,
stronger than
dirty,
just this
dirty.
little champagne? Please, anything stronger.
You know what? I've heard of this fantastic place that has really great food. You could go just as friends, and there'll be no problem. It's called the Silver Stag. It's an absolutely beautiful place. You should go there.
The
fact,
silver.
I have a table booked there tomorrow. If you wish to take the place, you wouldn't even have to book.
How quiet of a place is it?
It's very quiet. You can just
It can be.
it's very quiet, and you two can just chat and have some fun, and you can catch up and do what you need to do. Because it's quite clear here that she's going through some life changes. You just want to be there for her, but at the same time, this is rather fun.
Yes, I'm here for her as a friend.
But maybe
You're
more than
in
a
my
friend.
mind now, and I write it down. When I look at your picture, I feel my heart beat faster, and I cannot describe the happiness that invades me.
Ugh, this isn't me being you talking to
I
your
wish to
wife.
be the fertilizer to your garden.
No.
No,
No.
they sometimes need manure for that, so we probably shouldn't. But I do like that the
I mean,
connotation.
it does smell like shit sometimes. Come on.
Okay, yeah, but the connotation's quite good too. You know, the whole seeds and fertilization, very good.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you are so nasty.
It's okay, my pretty little flower. It's alright.
As they are still trying to scheme, I'm just writing my original one again, and this time I'm taking out the "you remind me of a pretty flower." Now it's just, Celine, I wish the best for you, and be careful. Silver nails can be really tough, but I believe in you and you can do it. We can meet up sometime at the Silver Stag if you'd like.
Okay.
Now Tiberius, not to Valeris. Celine.
Sloane, Valeris is approaching you again.
And
Back
I'm
so
probably I'm probably catching, staring at her because she's dolled up.
Yeah, and she's completely ignoring you, Les. Um, like almost like purposely though. Like you can tell like when somebody's trying not to look at you, she's she's just doing her thing, and but she goes right up to Sloane, and she actually looks a little confused. She says, sorry, I had to look up her name again. Is Atherathi? What is her name?
Abarafi?
How is that spelled?
I think it's Avarathi, yeah. So it's Avarathi or something like that. Yeah.
So like avarice, but Avarafi.
Right, yeah. So she says, for some reason, Lady Avarathi would like to speak with you.
Me? Hello?
And she's already walking back towards the lady.
But I'm having so much fun. Messing with Les. Can't keep a lady waiting.
And-
Not to you both, and I follow.
Alright, yeah. So she's gonna take you over there. As soon as she deposits you, she's going to sort of wander off and meander like with some of the other guests. But she says, Lady Avarathi, when she sees you, she says, "Sloane."
Lady Avarathi?
She says, Valaris spoke to me about your conversation.
Which one? The one about drinks?
She says, no, the one about your pending membership to our little group.
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry, I didn't realize. The guys don't really talk much about the, higher up in things. I'm still kind of new. Yes, but very, very, very nice to meet you.
She says, you understand that secrecy is our prime directive.
That is completely understood. I believe that is why I was even considered for secrecy and my oral expertise.
Get off the call. Get off the call.
I too am a
Hey,
child.
you got a dirty mind. Stop me. Come on.
John is literally blushing. Like a schoolgirl.
She
I can get the wig.
she raises an eyebrow at your statement, and she says, yes, he did say you were quite colorful with your
Like how?
words. She says, the thing is that sometimes in our little group, we must be called upon to action. And if you're serious about joining us, a demonstration of how serious you are would be in order.
Of course, I thought Les and Prof already put me to the, tested my metal, but if you need something more, surely.
And she looks confused, and as you say, Les and Prof.
Oh, I think I misunderstood. We're talking. What are we talking about?
Are you as the player asking, or are you as the character asking?
In character, no, I'm fully aware of like.
Okay,
what's
cool.
going on.
All right,
Yeah,
sweet. So that was very, very cool and convincing. When you I was like, maybe he doesn't know, but yeah. So she says, so she like levels her gaze at you, and she says, perhaps nothing at all.
Are we talking about the P word?
I, as the GM, do not know the P word. What is the P word?
Prophecy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So and she says,
It could also be penis, but
and she says, I do believe we are.
So, what do you wish of me?
And we're going to cut back over to Prof and Les real quick.
Prof is now writing letters to Abigail instead of to Celine. He's like changed tact. So he's my dearest Abigail, my beautiful treasure.
Is there a smoking area here?
But yes, we're already there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So like, yeah, I've lit up a cigarette, and I'm kind of like thoughtfully like flicking the cigarette, and I'll go. Have you ever had to choose between two things you've really wanted?
Often, yes. Whenever I have a cup of tea, I don't know if I should have caramel or rose tea, or
I'm talking about a lot like a bigger decision than tea.
yes, often.
How do you choose?
Everyone chooses their own path very differently. For me, it was purely by feeling. Once I chose what I wanted, I did everything in my power to achieve it. You simply have to find your own choice.
My feeling was wrong before in a lot of instances, and I just don't know if I should believe in that anymore.
Well, in this wonderful world, what else do you have? If you live your life in simple shadow, then that's all you'll ever see. As adept as you are in hiding in them, I think you deserve, and rightfully so, to bask in the glorious glow that brightens up your cheeks whenever a certain name is mentioned.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even talking about people. Jeez, he's like annoyed, like little blush as he like turns his nose away and up.
Tiberius goes, squaw.
Squawk, Celine, squawk.
Squawk, Valeris. Celine?
It's a
Squawk.
parrot. Yeah, you just simply have to find your own choice. If whatever feeling that you feel is strongest, just chase after it.
Their feelings are.
Well, they're remarkably confusing and sometimes very annoying, but at the end of the day, you're the only one who knows.
Yeah, you can say that again. It's just. I'm trusting you not to gossip to Sloane about this. You can gossip to your wife all you want. She doesn't know me. But
Oh, I don't keep anything from my wife. She knows who all of you are.
that's fine.
It is
But
a relationship built on trust. Is how we operate.
my relationship with Valeris is complex, very complicated.
Oh, I'm sure that woman is experienced and quite clearly knows what she wants.
Sort of. She likes to be in control and take advantage of people. But when it was good, it was good. We trusted each other entirely and completely. We were a great team. I had her back, and she would go in for the kill, you know? And then Celine, she's a sweet girl, and I admire her ambitions. She's honest, and she wants to do what's right. That's not me, though. I'm not right, I'm crooked.
No, but sometimes a crooked table leg can still support a lot of weight. If you believe you have the strength of character to support her in her endeavors, then that would certainly work. And by the same mention, you could always join your other crooked leg and form a pretty beautiful desk.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think I should just lay off the love letters, and whoever comes to me first, I'll let them come to me.
Let fate decide. That is certainly a way of doing things. A lot of people abhor by fate and rule themselves by fate, if you so wish. That is a beautiful way of doing it. But I don't believe that the crack shot, the Casanova that I know you to be, is going to have much trouble.
I think I'll just lay low, and whoever comes to me, comes to me.
Well,
It's
you're
just-
meeting Celine tomorrow, are you not?
That's if this letter gets sent.
Yes, you should probably get on that before she goes to bed.
And well, the problem is I don't even know where mine is. I'm like ruffling through all these papers.
Oh, no, I'm writing it. Your handwriting is terrible.
No, you're not. She's gonna know.
Just dictate and you'll write.
It should be your words, I promise.
I think what I will write is that I wish her best, and if she would like to meet, she can give me a time and a place, and we will make it work.
No, I think you're the one recommending you should make the suggestion. I feel like that makes more sense.
No, she was the one that was like, we should meet somewhere private, and I should be like, okay, where?
Okay.
And if she says the Silver Stag tomorrow, then yes, I'll go.
Fate, you beautiful thing. We'll see what this says.
And like I said, don't tell Sloan. He's already think he's got Valeris wrapped around his finger when it's the complete other way around.
Oh, I'm sure he knows. That man has got more more debts and more soured connections across this town than you will ever know, my friend.
No, I don't think he does know. Look at how he keeps looking at the women walking by.
And right now he's getting nice and cozy with with Elstera Avarathi.
Yes.
I did openly call her Cat Gold.
What did you call her?
Cat
I
gold.
called her Cat Gold.
What does that mean?
Fake gold.
Oh!
Like bullshit. Like complete, like worthless rocks.
I must have missed that. She's probably called you worse.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
So
But anyway.
yeah. So we'll go back over to Avarathi and Sloane. She says, "Do you see this curious girl in this painting?"
I do.
Oh, okay.
I think he's working the camera.
Is this Prof?
That's true.
Him. Is it the Pennsylvania Dutch?
Oh god, it's the pencil. The worst crew in town. Tier 4.
That's what the ticklers are. They're Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah, there they are. It was the last crew that they were part of. Pennsylvania Dutch, born and raised.
Ah. So, so
yeah.
So Avarathi will, she'll say, this curious girl in this painting, she's no figment of Raffaello's imagination. She exists. She has existed for quite some time. We need to find her, Sloane.
From my understanding, the paintings are quite important, and the things in them are very important. What is she?
And Avarathi says, she says, I think maybe she'll give you like a slide look. Like I don't think she's ready. I don't think she's fully on board. Like I think she wants to give you enough to demonstrate your worth. So I think she'll say, when you find her, and we can get her back once more, perhaps I will tell you. Once you are fully a member.
I understand. I gotta earn my keep. Gotta earn your trust. One thing though, honestly, what's with the tree in that one painting?
And she says, she looks at it and she says, his visions are trying at times. He's a genius. Ahead of his time. Literally.
Understood. Would that be all? And how do I contact you when I find the girl?
She says, speak with Madame Teslin in Silkshore. She can point you in the right direction.
Okay, I get the ghost girl, but now you're asking a lot of me.
What, speaking to Madame Teslin?
Yeah.
Why?
Just a joke in general.
Oh, okay. I thought there was something there. I was like, oh. And she says, try to keep it professional, despite her what would it be? Despite her business, or her... God, what am I trying to say?
Business, because she runs a brothel.
Yeah, she runs a brothel, so she says, try to keep it professional. Don't go dipping your quill in our company's ink.
Ah! Quite right. I will not go perusing on my new family.
And then she'll give you a nod of acknowledgement, and she'll dismiss you.
I walk out, yeah, and I go back to Prof. Unless
Just in time, Sloane. I'm penning a letter to my darling wife for when she returns, and
She's
I do
right over there.
believe...
She's literally right over there.
No, darling, it's not ready yet.
But she's like 40 paces away. She's, the distance is incredible.
He's hobbling along.
No peeking.
When?
If you want, I can have Tiberius deliver it for you.
Oh, that would be beautiful. What a wonderful parlor trick. Yes, please.
All right, Tiberius, here's a cheese cube. Help the old man out.
I think some of the children, including the prof's children, who have been sort of playing around the gala here, I think they will have taken a great interest in the bird.
Oh yeah, Sophie would
Yeah.
run right up. That's Prof's daughter.
Yeah, Tiberius is friendly to especially children. Women and children he takes a fondness to.
Somewhat like his owner.
Yes.
While they're distracted, like looking at Tiberius, I'm teaching one of Prof kids how fake dice work.
Oh my god.
Uncle Sloan.
Uncle Sloan.
Uncle Sloan. I think Prof notices, but he like nods approvingly, like they need to know this. They'll be better prepared.
This is Duskwall.
Yeah, this is Duskwall. They do.
They are
live
gonna get
here.
tricked by like the age of 12.
Yeah. Sophie's like 6, so she needs to learn these lessons early.
I'm imagining the kids in the playground. Of
Yeah.
Dustfall. It's all just parlor tricks and like gambling and bullcrap.
Yeah, I'm probably I'm knelt down by your daughter Sophie, and I'm telling her, like, stick your arm out like this. He has big sharp claws, but they're not going to hurt. They're not. And just put your arm out like this. And when she does, like, Tiberius will kind of like waddle down off my shoulder, my arm onto hers, and then I'll be like, now you can walk over to your mommy with the letter on his foot, and she will be very grateful for it. And if you scratch him right here, he really likes that.
Go on.
And he's got like this like sparkle in his eye. He just loves interacting with children.
And as she takes the bird over, your wife is. I feel like she's always touched to receive your notes. I think it's like one of those things in your relationship that like, that she's. It's one of her favorite parts of the relationship. I think it's like a little.
Really keeps the fire alive.
And so she'll take the note and she'll be like, "Who's it from?" And the kid will tell her, and she says, "Oh, I better read this in private then," and she'll read it right there, and she'll look over it, and her hand will go to her heart, and she'll look over at you, and she'll with adoration.
This is sickening.
Now this is called snake eyes, right? Do all double ones.
Yeah, in the background, the other kids are like learning how to do various parts to scam people out of their money. Like, I bet I can make all these coins stay on this note on top of this bottle, and I'll show you how.
And I think that might be the end of that scene. I don't know if there's anything else left to explore, unless you guys had something in mind.
There's just two.
Okay.
I think what is the result of the bidding war between my darling wife's pride, and Prof would also like to inquire that the painting of her, underneath the apple tree, underneath the blue sky, would also be the absolute perfect contrast, and encourage her to also buy that one.
Okay.
And the reasoning why is because he thinks it may jog the ghost's memory.
And she will. So she is going to. She's gonna lose the bidding war, and she is not happy about it. Like, it's gonna sour her evening. The amount with which she is beaten, she explains to you in her rage, is far beyond what Lady Avarathi should have in her coffers. She's receiving help, she says.
That is unsporting. A duel between two of the most beautiful and upper class ladies in our district. Unbelievable.
Uh,
The Prof.
It's a proper way
Prof.
of showing respect.
Prof. She's already mad.
And you just called her beautiful.
And you just called another woman beautiful. All right, kids, get behind us.
Yeah. No,
And she
that
says,
is typical Prof.
she says, well, if you think she's so beautiful, perhaps you can enjoy the painting at her mansion tonight.
Oh.
But no, never, absolutely never. I would be disgusted to attend such a place. Tell you what, we should buy the other one, the one with the tree, and we should walk out of here proud.
I think you can maybe you can reel her back in. She
Do we
No,
roll
she's
for it?
She's steamed. Yeah, what's a consort or sway?
give me a
Oh, for the fun of it, come on.
give me a luck roll.
Oh,
Or a
luck
fortune roll.
Yes.
I'll take that. Is that a 1d6?
Yes.
With consort or sway.
Okay.
Well, I guess you choose, but
I feel like consort is definitely the way this is going.
okay.
I'm definitely trying to consort her into this way of thinking. I believe that's that.
All right, we got a partial success.
She's not super pissed, but
Trying
she does
to-
want to bargain with you.
There's a painting that I absolutely hated, but she really loved.
yes.
So in order to get her to buy the one with the tree and everything, and to
He needs
take
another one.
pride in the fact that you've taken one of the sets, and she'll never have a full set because you'll always have one of them, and you can hold that above her head at all of the reading classes, at all of the sewing bees, and everything else.
I think your desperate position is that you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I don't think so. I think this evening is going to end beautifully. So, there's a partial success. And there's going to be a new painting in our bedroom that I absolutely detest.
All right, I think. So I think. I think she's going to get the painting. She's going to get it, but she's going to outbid someone else. And I think the mixed result will be that you are going to earn the ire of the other bidder.
Sounds good.
Can we keep the part where she also gets a painting that he hates, though? I love that.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
This is so funny.
That goes without saying.
Yeah, I don't even think that's part of the role. I'm pretty sure that would happen anyway. It's not like Prof's got much choice in the matter.
Yeah, he's like, whatever you want, baby, please. Get back in the car, please.
Look, you've already got one over on her. She'll never have the full set. You know, she'll never be a complete collection in her failing dynasty. Her dynasty will fall. They'll auction off all of her things, and you will be there, ready and waiting. Yes, you will, my beautiful flower.
Do we know who the other bidder is, or is that secret knowledge?
I think the prof would, and probably definitely Sloan.
I'd like to think
It's
that it got really
Sloane's
heated. I like to think it got really heated with Abigail, and she bids aggressively because she's angry she lost the other one, and that probably pisses off the other bidder as well.
Yeah, it's going to be sorry, I just lost her name and her 1 second.
No rush.
Elevator music. Do 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 do.
Now closing.
Come on, Eddie, get more into it. We're all bobbing.
Nope, refuse.
Please. Ball.
I think there's something wrong with this elevator.
Ah, there we go. So
Yeah, your elevator is a little fucked up, man.
It's a bit funky.
yeah, so the person who you're going to that she's going to win the bidding war against and earn the ire of is Lady Drake.
Scary
She-
name.
Yeah, who is she?
She is a magistrate in Charter Hall. Charter Hall? Yeah, Charter Hall. She's a magistrate in Charter Hall. She's typically, she acts as kind of like a judge, so that when it comes to like if you've been in any trouble with the law, you typically go before her to have your sentence heard.
Wanted level 2, wanted level 2, wanted level 2.
And she's best well known for her in very obvious and intentional favoritism and opposite of that.
Yeah.
So that would be the downside. And then yeah, was there anything else in the scene we need to take care of? Okay. I know we got started a little late tonight. I think I might call it there and just treat this as a setup for next time. I think we kind of have maybe some of the workings for a score in the mix here, depending on what you guys want to do. We can maybe discuss that now if you want. If anybody has any ideas about like what's kind of what's shaping up, like what's the plan moving forward.
There's definitely, I think, 3. One, find Raffaello's workshop. Find the artist who sees these visions, who knows the exact layout and the doll. You know, that's some kind of foresight. Like, that's crazy. 2 would be to steal the other painting, because that painting clearly identifies Prof's house. So it's not something he wants a cult to have, because, you know, that's a cult of upper class people. If chances are one of them's probably seen the house at some point, it's fairly likely that one of them may recognize it. And number 3, I feel like, is kind of on that ballpark as well, but it's actually not a score. It's the cult going after the girl, because I feel like that's definitely something that could happen, and maybe we have to counter in some way.
I will also say that Sloan, does give the information about the cult and what they want from him, to Prof and Les. He's not withholding any information.
That is another option. We can give you the girl to give to them to give you an in. That is still an option, but it's maybe not our best option, but it is an option.
That's also a thing. Like, we need to cover a story if that's the case. Like, where did you find her? Definitely not at my friend's house. That's for sure.
Well, we do need to ascertain, how far in advance Raphael's works pertain. Because, like, if there's a set schedule to how, the time of when his paintings come true, then that probably gives the cult a more strongly identifying marker for where the girl is or will be. So not only would it help with the cult, it would also help us if we could see what works he was working on before they're finished, or before, something else happens to them and they get taken by somebody else. But I think it's going to be, either way, it's going to be interacting with this cult. What do you guys think?
I think it's wait and see with giving the girl to the cult, honestly, because we don't know what the fuck they want with her at all. And, like,
that's
how important.
Yeah, that's not my preference. I'd rather not do that.
Yeah, same. But that would give us the ire of the cult, at least me. So that's not great.
It would give you an in, because your job is to find her, and then if you find her, then you would have the in.
What I meant is, like, if we do not give them the girl,
yeah,
we will bring their ire.
Most certainly, if they find out, yeah. And that's the ire of some falling house, sure, but still strong and powerful people. Any other scores, we reckon?
The only other score that I had from last time was something called the special ingredient for you. I don't know if that was something you needed.
Yeah, I need a Leviathan heart.
I think it's like glowing heart or something like that.
Oh, it's a glowing heart, yeah. It's a special thing for the Homunculus project that the Homunculus can't be complete without because it pumps the Leviathan blood around. So it's a special kind of heart. Leviathan blood acts as a conduit and also basically like a way of keeping the spiritual presence in the body itself because it has this kind of properties inherently. So we need some way of pumping the Leviathan blood around the body. Leviathan heart is way too big. So I think it was that glowing heart that was supposed to be done to do that, because we basically just made it up, and that's the kind of creature that can do that.
I feel like the Ghost Girl is like the main quest, and getting the heart is more of a side thing. Like
it is right now, absolutely. The heart is a thing for Nirax. Nirax has started seeking a permanent shell. Nirax is the possessor ghost who's my ally. And he has started seeking permanent residence somewhere. He often inhabits the workers at the brothel, ironically, to enjoy the pleasures of the flesh for a short period of time. But he has started seeking more. Twofer. The benefits of being a possessor ghost, you can, experience new things.
So, and also, this one isn't like heavily story related, but if you guys wanted to bring in some more coin or a new line of jobs, there was also the the spice quest from Quest, who you guys had, I think Les and Reg had organized a deal with Quest to see if you guys can smuggle his spice in so that he doesn't have to pay like or because I think it's illegal, yeah, and see if you guys can smuggle it in and if he can get some trades going, which would basically kind of lead to once you train the ticklers how to do it, could lead to just like a steady income.
The spice must flow.
Okay, cool. I got all those potential scores written down.
Thank you very much.
awesome.
Very kind as always.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah, the journal should be viewable as well.
I'll make a copy of it too. Make a copy of
Oh,
all
me?
the journals. Yeah, make a copy of all the journals. You never know when Foundry's gonna be like, oh, no, fuck you guys.
True. And this annal is a beautiful representation of what the hell happened in this game, because I've got fond memories, but this is, pretty great. Of course, there was always a recording.
Yeah. So I think that's the game tonight. It was a lot of role playing. I mean, maybe a few rolls, but a lot of like story building and setup for next time. I feel like highly enjoyable.
Let's go to date. Let's go to date. Na, 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 na.
Too bad.
Les and Celine sitting in the tree.
KISSING.
Too bad Reg wasn't here to partake in your personal life.
Revenge, he says.
Revenge.
It's okay, Reg is going to be able to write a letter too.
Excellent. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out and playing, Eddie and Forkpuff, and Paul. Where else can people see you?
Well, I like to stream around. You can probably find me on Gallibond at Twitch TV. You will find me on Gaijin Games occasionally. They're starting to stream off and on a bit now, so we'll see how they're doing. The Goblin Cave TV on Sundays is amazing fun. We are playing a very similar system to this, so if you enjoyed this one, you definitely enjoy that one. It's called City of Mist.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys, and everybody have a good night. See ya.
Good night.
Ta-ra.